Hey everyone! Today I'm going to share an inspiring story of a girl who turned their dreams into reality. Once upon a time, in a quiet village in northern England, there was a little girl named Emma Williams. She was shy, she was quiet, and she came from a very simple family. But inside her heart, she carried a dream that seemed impossible. She wanted to become an astronomer, a scientist who studies the stars. This is the story of how Emma went from watching the night sky through a broken telescope to working with one of the most famous space agencies in the world. Emma grew up in a small house with a big garden. At night, when everyone else was asleep, she would sit outside, looking at the stars. Her father once gave her an old, cracked telescope. Through it, she saw the moon's craters and said, "Someday I will understand what's out there." At school, Emma loved science, but many classmates laughed at her. They said, "Girls don't become scientists." That's too hard. But Emma never listened to their doubts. She believed in her dream. When she went to high school, things became harder. The books were expensive, and her parents couldn't always afford them. So Emma went to the public library every day. She spent hours reading about planets, galaxies, and astronauts. One teacher noticed her passion and told her, "Emma, you have something special. Don't stop." Those words became her strength whenever she felt tired. Emma applied to a university in London to study physics. The first semester was very difficult. She felt lonely and sometimes thought about quitting. She failed one of her first exams in mathematics. She cried that night and told herself, "Maybe they were right. Maybe I can't do this." But then she remembered the nights in her garden, looking at the stars. That memory gave her hope. She started working harder, asking questions in class, joining study groups, and spending long nights in the library. One summer, Emma got the chance to join a student program at the European Space Agency. She worked with other young scientists, cleaning data from telescopes and writing reports. It wasn't glamorous, but Emma loved every second of it. Her curiosity and persistence impressed the professors. They encouraged her to continue her research. After years of study, Emma published a paper about distant stars and their movements. Her work was noticed internationally. Soon, Emma was invited to present her research in the United States. She stood in front of hundreds of scientists, nervous but determined. Her presentation received a standing ovation. She proved that with passion and hard work, anyone can shine. Emma later joined NASA as part of a research team exploring exoplanets, planets outside our solar system. The little girl with the broken telescope had finally reached the stars. Today, Emma Williams is known as one of the most inspiring female scientists of her generation. She always tells students, "Success is not about where you come from, it's about where you are willing to go." Never let anyone tell you that your dream is impossible. So, what do we learn from Emma's story? That dreams don't care about your background, your money, or your gender. What matters is your belief in yourself and your persistence to keep going. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And remember, every story you listen to here not only teaches you English, but also teaches you about life.